Good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday already. Yay! Today we're reading chapters 5 and 6 of Mercy Watson by Kate DiCamillo, illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. You already know that by now. Remember, they're all at the drive-in. They're going to watch a movie. The Watson convertible. Convertible means it's a car without a top on it. Convertible pulled up to the Bijou ticket window. "Help you?" said the ticket seller. "Beatrice." There she is. "We're here to see when pigs fly," said Mr. Watson. Beatrice took her glasses off. Like that. She put her glasses back on. And then she blinked. You've got to take a second look at her. Oh my goodness, this Chris Van Dusen, he's a wonderful illustrator. I just love the pictures. Pardon me and all, said Beatrice, but I'm seeing things kind of wonky. Do you have a pig in the back seat of your vehicle? Her name is Mercy, said Mr. Watson. She's our darling, our dear, said Mrs. Watson. I'm pretty sure pigs aren't allowed at the Bijou. There she is. And they all are. I said, that's what Beatrice said. Actually, said Mr. Watson, she's a what? Porcine wonder. Do you allow porcine wonders? Porcine wonders, said Beatrice. Yes, said Mrs. Watson. Beatrice blinked like this. Are they going to let her in? What do you think? I don't think there are any rules against porcine wonder, she said. Excellent, said Mr. Watson. Good evening to you then. Beatrice blinked again. She adjusted her glasses. There she goes. Wonky, said Beatrice. Wonky in the extreme. Look, there she is. Oh my. Chapter 6. Take a look at that picture. Mercy put her snoot up into the air. She sniffed. It was a wonderful smell. It was an incredible smell. What's she smelling? See if you're right. The wonderful, incredible smell was everywhere. The wonderful, incredible smell was, answer with me, butter. That's right. There you go. Mr. Watson said, I think it's time for a bottomless bucket. Frank, why don't you and I go get some treats for the ladies? Oh, what gentlemen they are, aren't they? There they go. At the concession stand, the little man behind the counter said, Yippee-yi-yay! Oh, not yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-yo! What do you know? Hey, said Mr. Watson, you're the man that robbed us. Robbed you, said Frank. Yes, said Mr. Watson. He tried to take our toaster. My name is Leroy Ninker, said the little man. You're a thief, said Frank. Reformed, said Leroy Ninker. Reformed means he's learned his lesson and now he's a good guy. I'm a reformed thief studying to be a cowboy. Well, good for you, Mr. Ninker, said Mr. Watson. We would like several bottomless buckets. Butter on those buckets, said Leroy. We would like a great deal of butter on those buckets, said Mr. Watson. Yippee-yi-yo, said Leroy. That's the way to go. Don't you love that he's rhyming? Oh, goodness. And that, let me see. Oh, no, wait. Nope, that was it. Now, yesterday, you learned about what happened to George after the war. Today, our lesson is called Never Leave Until Tomorrow, What You Can Do Today. It is about one of my favorite persons ever to learn about. It's about Benjamin Franklin. Let me tell you, first off, Benjamin Franklin was never president. Never, never, never. A lot of people think he was. He was not. Okay, get that out of your head because he was not president. Okay, before we go on, let's look at the vocabulary. Almanac, say almanac. That's a book that comes out every year that has a calendar And it has lots of information. A lot of people look at the almanac and they can determine when is it best to plant corn and so forth, all kinds of crops and stuff. And say almanac, right? Apprentice, that's our next word, apprentice. Say apprentice. Apprentice is someone who's being trained for a job so that he can, trained by someone who knows the job very well. Here's our example. The apprentice learned from a master how to weave beautiful cloth from wool. Invention, you probably have heard that word before. Invention, that's something that somebody made up, okay? Something somebody has created. The invention of the wheels, here's our example. The invention of the wheels by the Mesopotamians, ooh, we learned about those, remember? Those people? Changed the way modern man lives. Wise, if you're wise, you've probably heard that one. I might have said that was not a wise decision, or make a wise choice, perhaps. That means good sense or judgment based on what you know. It is wise to wear a warm coat, for instance, on a cold day. Pretty important. Let's look at what we already have learned. The founding fathers, our country, remember the founding fathers are the people who made the decisions and decided how we were going to become a country. The founding fathers helped write the new rules for our country. That's called the Constitution. Say Constitution. And who became number one, the first president of the United States? George Washington, of course. What's the capital of our country? Remember? Washington, D.C. Remember the capital? Each state has a capital. What's the state of Oklahoma? Oklahoma City. What's the capital of our country? Washington, D.C. Okay. Now, Benjamin Franklin, I already told you we're talking about Benjamin Franklin today. He was both a writer and an inventor. Just amazing person. Listen carefully, and I want you to think about two things, okay? That's just your job for today. One thing he wrote and one thing he invented. That's what I'm going to be, that's what your lesson is about today, okay? Don't forget. What? Mrs. Frida loves you. I miss you so much. Okay, I'll see you later. Have a great weekend. Bye.